when I'm not. So yeah, a little bit under the bow, under the bow. I won't shade her bra at the moment because I want to put some pattern, because I want to glue some paper in the almost exact colors like the post-it notes, to use all these supplies, because if I have to use all these supplies and there is a requirement to do that, I would do that. Hi Neon! Hi! How are you? Welcome to the stream! Hopefully it won't be disconnected again, because it happened to me like 9 minutes ago. But yeah, I hope there would be no more problems with that. And I don't see your emote here. Oh my god. Sometimes I really discourage to stream. And why am I shading it there? Because technical difficulties and all other stuff, like net disconnecting, sometimes camera lags and I need to reset that, and it's just not fine. Me? I'm cool. I could be better though, the heat is killing me and I'm literally just melting right now. So yeah, it's like around 50 degrees in Poland right now, and I can stand it. So when you look, when the sun is going that, sun rays are going that way, yeah, that heat is like, I don't remember if the last year were also as bad. I mean, because of the climate change, there is a drought and fire and forest fires here almost every year, but I don't remember it being so hot and without any significant rain. Like, I can hear some storm coming, but there is nothing here. And today it rained for 5 minutes and it was just the most disappointing rain like I've ever experienced. Yeah, it wasn't there either. And we went for a walk around 6 p.m. with my family, and this is why the stream is late than I announced it, because I just came back at 8 p.m. and until I set everything up it was already like 8:20, so yeah, and it was so hot, like unbelievably hot. And even though it was 6 p.m. and the sun was, well, the sun has set, but it's not any colder, any cooler. But yeah, this shadow will just go there and just go where the kneecap is the most, maybe, okay, this way. leg being on top of another leg is blocking some sun around here. And I think I will shade the wood a little bit. But yeah, this heat wave is like crazy. Were you there when the stream was disconnected, or you just came just now? So I was just going into the real deep rant about how the tech difficulties just make me so angry, mad and sad, and just make me feel like a horrible streamer, although I'm not a pro and I never thought about being a pro streamer. But at the same time, there is some sort of, you know, bar you can't get lower to, you know, provide some good stuff to watch for people, because every time your stream disconnects, it's just a waste of time, not only for you because you're not productive, and you're trying to figure out what's going wrong, and also for all other people who came to see you. And I feel just bad. I came after that though, there was some slight lagging. Yeah, the lagging is... And I can't do anything about it either, because the app on my phone that I'm using to capture the video only allows me to record at 30 FPS, and I can't get any higher. And it's sometimes the connection between the phone to the laptop, to the browser, and browser to the scene of Streamlabs. It's sometimes lagging, so good to hear that it's fine now, and I hope it would be alright for longer time. Also, I should shade her face a little bit. But maybe later. Now let's do the legs. I know I'm going over the lines I just drew, but I will erase along the lines to create a little bit more softer shading. Oh, yeah. And at the times like that, I think that maybe I should take a break in streaming and wait for better times. Like better internet connection, like something that won't disconnect me randomly. And it happened just lately. It was super fine, like apart from lagging from the camera, it was super fine. But I kinda got used to lagging, and every time it lags I just leave my hands while my desk hands are still, while my hands are still on the desk, and it just looks like I have four pairs of arms, two pairs of arms, I'm sorry, my bad math. But yeah, this is something I really need to figure out. And yeah, I understand why it would be so discouraging. Because this is not something you can control, and it pisses me off. But good you're here. I don't have to talk to a void like I usually do. So let's say that this line should be a little bit more harsh. Maybe I should do some. I know it's that blurring the pencil with your finger is a big no in in artist community, but I don't have those fancy blenders in office, so I guess I could make one with that printer paper. But doesn't look bad on the stream. And why music has stopped? Yeah, I also really despise how much my my hands get dirty because of that. Yeah, and how I accidentally stain either the other fragments, other parts of paper, or my nose. Oh my god, I remember one time we used soft pastels in art class, and it was so messy, and I scratched my nose, and then I didn't look at myself in the mirror because I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't feel the need to, and I came home after 1 hour drive in public transport, and I just came and I see this like really blue stain and I was like, oh my god, did I just drove like that home and show myself to other people? Yeah, time for face. Let me just... Nobody! I guess that nobody really cared about that, and it wasn't that big of a stain, but I saw that, and I thought that others saw that too. So yeah. And I guess my fingers would be so dirty after I finish. Yeah, but I hate soft pastels. These are my soft pastels and charcoal, in stick form, not like in the pencil form because I haven't used it. But I use the soft pastels and charcoal in stick form, and I hate it because it's so uncontrollable, you know, for me. So let's shape some around under her nose a little bit, but it's not the proper position. Maybe some shades around under her glasses, so it would look like she really lifts them up. I will try to follow the shape of her face. So yeah, I really really despise soft pastels, and I tried to spark some love for them because if anything I don't like to do, I don't like being wasteful, and I really want to use them, but every time I do, I just remember why I didn't use them in the first place, and it's making me so bad because, well, I spent money on this and it just doesn't. Me and soft pastels it's a tough love, and we just break up and come back together, and we both need to see where is the point that either of us want to come back together. Yes, these are like chalk. These are like chalk. Chalk is not as pigmented as soft pastels, but it's sure so messy. Like that dry feel, like they are not as super dry as chalk, but they are really close to that. But they are super pigmented though. Like for chalk, I only saw like only pastel colors, and soft pastels are like, there is so much variety of color in soft pastels, and you can do something nice with that. Like, you know, let me grab some sketchbook and I will show you my soft pastels experiment. So be right back. So I'm back and I will show you some I brought another sketchbook when I have some and I will show you some of the pictures I did with oil pastels, because oil pastels are like far better for me than soft ones. And okay, so this is one picture I did all the experiments on the stream, so if you want to see them, they are on my YouTube because they are expired on Twitch, because it was like, let me see the date, 23rd June, so it was like over a month ago. So This is my favorite attempt, that's why it gets the place in this sketchbook, because I just put some tape on one page so I can just keep it with me. And it's and this one is like it's just regular soft pastels on unprepared paper, because I thought about, I've seen people using brush to apply soft pastels and diluting soft pastels with water, and also I thought that maybe priming the paper with fixative will help with sticking the soft pastels better to the paper. They look, and the blending is amazing, and I love the effect of blending, and I can do some, but let me just show you another thing. I thought about doing some clouds on the sunset, but then just decided to do some just regular sunset gradient, because when you don't put a 1 millimeter line between the colors, they will blend. And the blending, like here you can see, I didn't put the gutter, let me call it the gutter between the orange and the blue, and it just mixed into some really bad pukey color. I hate that. So it's the soft pastels in a stick on fixative free paper. Oh, so yeah, I didn't prime the paper, and yeah, I did put some fixative on this picture because I don't want to be stained by soft pastels anymore. So also this one is also sprayed with fixative. So I thought, so this one is soft pastel powder. So I shaved a little bit of soft pastels, and that powder, and I put some water into this powder to see if I can form some sort of watercolor effect, and it just is super streaky. Like, this powder doesn't want to be diluted with water well, this just doesn't mix. Every time I pushed the water, there was always some powder on the edges of the stroke. Yeah, I can see that, but I'm not happy with the shape. Like, I always say that you can't do wrong with clouds, you can do wrong with galaxy. Clouds and galaxy come with all shapes, sizes, and color variations, and it's, yeah, you can do wrong while doing them, but apparently you can. So this one is the same thing as here, and I use the same colors shaved and diluted with water, and it just becomes so, like, you can see the side-by-side comparison, like they are so muted, but I kinda understand why they are muted, but they are so, like, muddy. And of course the paper is the other thing, because it's the biggest crap I've ever drawn on. Like, this is the Canson 200 GSM mixed media Imagine paper, and it doesn't hold water, and I'm salty about it. Also did a whole stream about this paper. Yeah, but I also saw, because one thing about you need to know about me, I have a very varied interests. Like, I watch many different YouTube videos about many different topics. Like, I like watching about cartoons, I like watching about video games at the same time, I like watching speed drawing, I like watching streams, I like watching sculpting or wood carving or even doll customization. and I've seen many doll customization artists using soft pastels applied with brush, so I also wanted to try that. So on the left is soft pastels powder applied with dried brush, and it looks good when you use it for blushing, which is the way that these artists do. But I wanted to do the whole picture with soft pastels applied with dry brush, but the process was so tedious, and the mixing, well, there is some gradient but not so much, and the amount of powder you need to use, and the way, and the fact that you have to put a brush on a paper, and it's like covers like this big part, and it's such a tedious process. So I decided, you know what, no, I will just put another experiment, and this time I applied soft pastel powder with a damp brush, and you see some streakiness, but the colors are better than fully diluted with water. Like, they don't apply that better, but the color saturation is better for sure. So in terms of color saturation, it goes from dry applied with stick, dry soft pastels applied with brush, soft pastels applied with damp brush, and watered down soft pastels. So this is the result of my experiments. Left dry side looks so much better, yeah, because the blending is a little bit better in my opinion, and there is no streakiness. There is no such thing as streakiness, and I believe that if I worked a little bit more on blending the colors with each other, for example, just do some more orange here and more purple here, that the blending would be more smooth and it would be such a nice blending. So yeah, I could see kinda do that, but on a really small scale, because working this brush on the whole paper is really, really tiring, and you have to shave so much of the soft pastels. Yeah, and I've seen people using soft pastels like, hey, it's not big deal, you can do some really nice gradients and it looks beautiful, and I use them and I'm like, how do you do it? I don't know. And I've seen people also just putting like of soft pastel with a stick and then just blending it with the brush, and I understand it and I could use it, but this requires me to get those soft pastels flashbacks. So these are my soft pastels, and I will show you my oil ones. Okay, this one is made almost entirely with oil pastels, but I also used watercolor pencil. But yeah, these are those two shades of oil pastels, which is deep green and like magenta, and some lime green watercolor pencil, and it looks nice. There have to be, like, art is for everyone, and everyone can find their own and their favorite art supply, and soft pastels isn't mine. And I don't like it, but if someone knows how to use it and find pleasure in doing art with soft pastels, then go on. But oh my god, it work and art craft shop, I'm so jelly. Like, oops, some spoilers, but let me just find another one. Where is it? I know, oh, it's here. And yeah, like oil pastels are also sometimes messy, and some softer ones, like the more waxy ones, stain my fingers after working with them, and they sometimes stain the opposite page. Oh, lucky you! Use that discount. But it stains my fingers a little bit, but it's not half as messy as soft pastels when I use them. So yeah, let me just close it off. Music came back and I didn't have to click anything. Oh my god. Wait, where is my rubber band? Because I have a rod. Oh, here it is. So let's come back to the proper art, because I have like 1 hour left to finish it off before my family just demands to go into their kitchen again. So yeah. And I was talking also about, when you weren't there, I was also talking about making some sort of follower raffle or something like that. Work against time. Yeah. And I was thinking about doing some follower raffle, because apparently I have 20 followers, and this kind of calls for some sort of raffle. Well, maybe I won't shade that because I want to put some color with post-it notes on it. Yeah, I need to erase that line in the middle of her face. That's a good idea. So yeah, I think that her body is shaded. Now I need to just come back to my thumbnails. And yeah, her hair require shading. So oh my god, there's no turning back this time. Well, it's hard to tell because I don't do YouTube that much. Like, I don't produce videos on YouTube, and YouTube is like more of a stream archive for me. So it was easier to get followers on Twitch, to be honest. And it makes me kind of feel bad because I am a mod on Sam's channel, on Sam's chat, and I kind of feel bad because I feel like I piggybacked, because people know me from Sam's chat, and Sam is always encouraging me to start streaming and share my art, and she's always like, hey, go follow Nina, go follow Barry, go follow Joanna, go follow anyone else. And I feel like I kinda, you know, borrowed some of her followers for myself, and you know. But you're in the same place. You came from Sam's and you're now on my stream. Yeah, but I know that people just decided to come to me because for me, and I just have this a little bit of paranoia that one time, sometime, someone will just call me out on like feeding on her, and it's not like that. Like, we produce different content, and my streams are not super productive and are most like podcast lately. This is also a nice way to build your network and build your follower count and sub count. Yeah, just participating in a group that then, like, I watch. Okay, let me just tell you another thing about my obscure interests. I do watch Minecraft videos, unironically, and I don't play Minecraft, and I don't own Minecraft, and I haven't played Minecraft at all, and yet I like seeing like gameplay from servers and how people interact, and it's sometimes so funny. And it is true, because I watched one person, then he did a collab with another one, and it just build up, and now I have like and I have my like 5 or more Minecraft accounts on my sub feed, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine. So yeah. Okay, maybe I want to have her glasses to be a little bit transparent, so you can still see her eyes behind the glass. And also I will color that part of her hair. And be sure to leave some white for highlights. So yeah, but I like the small communities of YouTubers and Twitch streamers, because I think that it's easier for fans and followers to get to communicate with their favorite creator. Like, I'm itching to play some Minecraft, because after these videos I'm like, I feel like I know almost everything about it. And when Sam's did her Minecraft stream, like, it was like a one-time thing, you know. I wish so hard I would be there, because when I watched replay I was like screaming, no! You can't harvest that without the silk touch enchantment! Or something like that. And it was just, oh my god. And I wish to be there, because she really would need some mod help during that stream. And yeah, it made me realize that in fact women don't have it super fine on the internet. I don't like chisel tip. It's like so thick to me. Like I usually work like on A5 format, and for me this is pretty big, and when I get to use this lumpy stump of tip, I'm just oh, and I see that I went over some lines. Yeah, like sometimes I forget that this game is like 7 years old, and in the lifespan of the industry it's like so much time. And yeah, Minecraft has some really like bad fame, like pretty much like Fortnite today. Like they say that there's only kids playing Fortnite / Minecraft, and either really young kids or really creepy middle-aged guys. Like stereotypes, you know. Like The Sims is for girls. Like, well, I'm a girl, and The Sims is like my favorite game ever, and I could also watch it. I watched the gameplays unironically, but I played the game and I know pretty much everything about it. But yeah, there's always that misconception about The Sims is just for girls. Like, no, but I'm a girl, so what can I tell more? What can I tell? How can I just justify myself? Like, I can't present any proof that not only girls play Sims while being girl myself and not knowing anyone else who plays Sims. Okay, so her hair is colored, and yeah, I need to change that idea because here I thought about doing a sunset, but I went against it because it would require me, one, to do some really intense shading, and I think I wouldn't do it right. Second, I need to like darken the whole piece to make it look realistic with that time of day. And third off, it wouldn't make any sense for her to be in her sunglasses and swimsuit when she would have a sun literally behind her. So yeah. Mm, what should I do next? Oh yeah, maybe I should do this a piece of orange or some other citrus. If you heard that beeping sound, it's just my sister coming back with my dog from a walk. So yeah. Wait a little bit of that lines. Yeah. And maybe I will just put the orange on that little umbrella too. And I just noticed that the glass is so big compared to her hand. It's like the size of her head. Oh, like my dog is cute, but it's so mean. It's such a little meanie. Like you can tell him not to do something, and he would just stare you deep in your eyes. And he knows he does wrong. He knows you see him, and he does it anyway. So yeah, if he comes here, I will show it. I will show him to you, but I doubt he would come. but he did come earlier. So yeah, what to do. So maybe I should just bring some ballpoint pen and some pro marker and using the chisel tip again, because the marker that I found in my work has only chisel tip, because it's like one of those board markers, and it just, I don't like chisel tip, like you can just, okay. And I want to leave some parts for highlights. And feel anything else. And do the rest with pen to do some mid-tones between the white highlights and really dark blue tint of glasses. And why the music has stopped? Would you stop buffering? Yeah. It just does this really randomly. I hope you didn't get a shock from that blast of music right now. Maybe I should just set this aside and put this, yeah, a little bit more centered on the stream. Yeah, doesn't look that bad. And what else to do? Maybe do some more shading on her hair. And do some, like, I planned to do to put the marker on her shorts, but it would be really dark and all those details would be like gone. So I will try and do some cross hatching to achieve the... Isn't the music too loud for you? Do some hatching to bring the texture of the shorts of the denim. Yeah, so that's why I want to do some cross hatching and shade them entirely with ballpoint pen and leave this marker for maybe for the background to make the sea. I see that this line is so jagged. I'm silent, and I have my mic really high, like I don't have this muted, because I don't know, maybe I should, no, I don't know what to do. It's pretty close to my mouth, but maybe I should put on another another earplug, so it would be a little bit more lifted to my mouth. But at the same time, I probably won't hear if anyone calls me from my home. And to the that's good. I hope that you understand me, because as you may hear, I'm not used to speak English that much, and streaming is like the first time I spoke English for an extended amount of time, apart from English class, of course, but there you usually listen and do some grammar exercises, and you don't speak that much. Maybe some more. I'm just looking on certain windows because I hear the sound that is resembling to rain, but as you see, I don't see any puddles or anything like that on the street, so probably it's a false alarm and my mind is just imagining rain. Oh my god, thank you. Like really thank you, because I really try to speak proper English on a stream and not to scare off people with my accent and my lack of vocabulary, because I'm just like, what was that one particular word I need right now? But yeah, but to be honest, I got really good at understanding English when I listen to it, because lately I watch so much English YouTube videos, like the videos in English than in Polish, and I got so used to it, and I sometimes think in mixed languages, and when because also one thing you need to know about me, I want to do a comic book, a webcomic or comic book, whatever the form. I want to do stories and write stories, and I sometimes come up with a great dialogue that sounds better in Polish than in English, and vice versa. And sometimes because of that, because when I think about my characters and what they do, I sometimes think some parts of them in Polish and some parts in English, and it's really confusing, and I need to decide on one language. But it's hard, because when I got home from work, and I speak Polish in my home and speak Polish in my work, and I don't need English in my work that much. And I came home, go to the internet, and I'm just spending almost the same time with English every day, and it just and it just kind of breaks my brain. Yeah, that's why I decided to translate everything I do to English, because I know that Polish is just really obscure language. Yeah, like my mom doesn't speak English. My dad speaks it a little bit, but it's very well. It's good, you know, but he'll sometimes struggle with some words. My sister speaks English very well. Like I think it's like we are pretty much on the same level, because she also watches a lot of videos in English and writes comments in English, and it's just her life in internet is also predominantly English, and like English is like the language of the internet. If you don't know it, you're just really like pushed away to the one side, that part of the internet that it's mostly your language. And my mom sometimes is so confused by the English because she doesn't speak it at all. She doesn't know it at all. Like she knows that love is love, you know what love means. But other than that, I have to translate everything to her. And when she's buying some clothes, and the clothes have some English words and on them, and she's like, translate to me, are those words like saying something stupid, because I don't want to wear a shirt that says something stupid. And yeah, and it's like really, it feels like I'm having a double life, the day life and the internet life. Yeah, but some clothes I really have some stupid stuff written on them. The funniest thing is, like, I some time ago, my mom, like it was almost a couple years ago, my mom asked me to translate some words on that shirt, and I said, and it said like, yeah, I know he's gone away, but I will be fine, or something so super philosophical like that, you know, those brand shirts. And she was like, I don't want it. I'm a married woman. I'm happy. I don't want to wear shirt like that. And 1 month passed, and she bought the exact same shirt. And I'm like, Mom, it's the same shirt that I said that has some stupid words on it. And you said, oh yeah, it's stupid. And yet you bought it because you forget about it. And no. And it was just... it was just super funny, but now the shirt is still in our home, and I don't know if we got rid of it somehow or just gave it to someone or something, I don't know. I should probably follow, yeah, I should follow the lines of the body with that, because it's cross, because it's like that when it's on front of you, but it should be like that when it's in perspective, lying and stretched on something round. So I probably should do this. My mom just my sis knows some of my OCs, and when she saw that, she's like, oh, that's Mari, and I'm like, yay. And when my mom sees it, the only thing she asks is why she's so fat. Oh, thank you for coming anyway. And I'm glad to hear that this stream was fun, because I'm not doing anything particularly interesting, and I don't find myself a particularly interesting person, and I really ran out of topics to talk about. But thank you for coming, and yeah, see you soon. Oh yeah, that's why I did some cleaning also in the afternoon, because can you just... But yeah, this weather is like horrible. Let it be like autumn already, or fall, or whatever you call it. But yeah, thank you for coming, and see you soon. Maybe on some stream, maybe on my stream. I don't know when I will be streaming the next week, because I have some stuff to care about next week. And yeah, I'm slowly running out of days to do some streaming. But yeah, again, I will be thanking you like 5 times already. But yeah, also one thing you should know about it is that I know a little bit of German. Like, I have a certificate in German that is A2 level, but it was over 10 years ago when I made that certificate, and it was like 2 or 3 years ago since I had my last German class in college, so I can read and I understand stuff, but coming up with sentences is so hard for me right now. So yeah, mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. I should probably go over the details again with this pen, but to make them more thicker, to bring them back, kinda, if you know what I mean. Music, stop buffering, and just play. And now the other way. And I know that the main part of shorts will come much darker than the stream, because, well, that's usually how rims in shorts work, because the rim is just like the fabric turned on the left side, and it's lighter than the fabric on the left side. I have like half an hour left of the stream, so I should speed up my pace if I want to finish the picture on a screen. In the creases, shade some shaded areas, like here, and under the buckles. Okay, now let's bring back the details. I should put some paper underneath my hand so I won't smudge the picture, but I always forget about it. my god, I forgot to add the pockets. One pocket. And second one. Yes. Good thing that adding pockets is just drawing a couple of lines. And what I also like to do is some inner seam on pens. Sometimes I also do the outer seam, but here, well, because I drew pockets like that, the outer seam is alongside her body. So yeah, no turning back on this point, at this point. So what I want to do next, I want to focus and do something with those paper. And what I thought is doing green and doing green and blue stripes of that sunbed, that I would cut it along the shape and just glue them, just so I can use every single supply I have. So yes, since I have more blue, so I will use some blue on the background for the sea, and shade it with these things. Oh, and also these things. This thing, and I will use another sheet of blue to do another set of stripes, and also pen to do even more stripes. And yeah, and I thought about doing some blush on her, because I usually drew her like with really blushy face, like really like healthy blush, not the you know, the drill. Like some people like Ash Ketchum and some other characters have like those strange zigzags or permanent blush on her cheek, on her cheeks, you know. And so yeah, this is the plan, and for this I want to layer these two, maybe in that order, to achieve that some sort of peachy shade. And yeah, this should be, and also I will do checkered pattern on a bra, which I have figured out here. Like it would be checkered but with alternate dots, and I think it would be like a nice pattern. So let's do this. Let me bring this a little bit closer to myself. And I think this should be on the C should be on this level. So let me this paper is thicker than thick. It's really thick and I barely see it. See the lines. And oh yeah, also this little triangle here. And maybe some. And let's do the cutting. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, and well, you need to broaden your art horizon from time to time to discover something new. And to have fun with experimenting with stuff. But no, not with soft pastas. Soft pastas are not fun to experiment with. But you do you. Yeah, that's how you say that. And I will use the rest of this glue for stripes and for her other side. So yeah, let's a little bit tilted, I think. Here it's perfect, but here I need to cut it up, yeah, a little bit more. Okay, almost perfect, but this is the closest we can get without cutting like the same part like 10 times, because it's like 1.5 millimeter shorter. And let me just put it there, apply some glue. And I don't remember the last time I used this stick glue, like the regular stick glue. I use the, oh my god, and I now to adjust this too high. Oh yeah. Here. Now this little part I need to erase the pencil markings first. Music, why did you stop again? And there I will just, no, the chisel need to add some of the waves, but not too much, and just doing some gradually need to be sure to not go over this arm. Leave some blue, the highlights of the paper. To mimic the sun sparkling in the water. Just gradually becoming the color of the paper. Slowly do this here. And went over it with 4.10. Because I see that I went over the hand line here. Not that good. And now a little bit of blue and some darker blue in some parts. Yeah, doesn't look that bad. I should probably just it's the wrong shape. Oh my god, it's super wrong. It's too short. It should end here and be here. I don't know if it would work if I could cover it with another piece of paper. I know it would be thicker in that place, but I really don't want to redo this piece because it would be a waste. So, eraser again. And this paper has some, this glue leaves some really like cobweb like thread. So yeah, I will shade the glass blue, darker shade of blue around the parts that are touching the water. But yeah, hey, maybe I won't need to put more paper, because I can and I should just cover it all with Pro Marker. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be doing this here, because I want this part to be even everywhere. Okay, now this part. First eraser. A little bit of yes. So now on the other side, so this would be around here. So yeah, her arm would be extended. And the bottom of the sea would be around here. Not the bottom of the sea, what I meant doing. The border between the beach and the sea. Yes. So there will be also that little square shape. Yes. Okay, so how does it look like? Okay, not too bad. Maybe I should extend this a little bit, but just a little bit, because I don't want to leave like a huge space between her arm and the sea. Yeah, that's better. So now some erasing again. This is the bad part. I should the bad side. Oh, and this is the good side, so I will glue this. Well, this now. I just forgot which side was glued and which was not. And now some ballpoint pen action to blend it in, and a little bit of, oh my god, you can see it here. And now some of the marker, and it's much better when I have my my liquid glue, because it's more precise when it comes to applying, and it sticks just better. Like it already is not sticky enough and leaves these little threads of glue around. Oh my god, and I forgot to erase this. Okay, so that's the background, and now I think I should go, and I still don't know if I want the blushing or not. Now for the drink. think that if the effect won't be as good as I thought, I will just fill in the drink with highlighter. I thought about it at first, but after that I decided to not do that because it would be too much highlighter for my liking, and it would just take away from her hair and face. It's perfect. Oh my god. Okay, so now some of this. I don't think that it is really peachy, and I see that I didn't cut it exactly to the side, and I need to go over the lines of the hand and some borders of the drink and the yeah, I think I will just add some like first off I will fill this depth between her fingers with orange and then add some fizz in orange, or maybe it's some fancy drink and it should be orange on top and gradually changing to you know, yellow on the bottom. And a little bit of highlight. Yeah, this looks fancy. So because of that, it doesn't look like I used this color at all, so I will just do some blushing. really like minimal cartoony blushing. But this is how I roll. Also cut this to be safe, and this one I wanted to make the stripes of the sunbed only green, but I thought that green is another added color to that, and I kinda didn't want to add so much color. Oh my god, my phone just, I haven't noticed that my phone just, I thought that, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I have some this position. I want this position. Let me just grab the tape. This position. No, where? The cat already. Then don't stick to itself. Here. I want this to be here. Stick for just for some time. I really need some tripod. And why are you just rotating? Stop. I hope you would stay like that for some time. I wish I could use some little razor for that. But I can't, because I don't have razor in my office. Okay, and the other one. Now to fix the lines and fix the shading. And now can I use? What can I do with those stripes? I think I will start with green one. I hope that I won't screw up the stripes, because I tend to not count the stripes, and in the middle of the picture I will see like, oh my god, there is like 3 stripes on that sleeve and 4 stripes on the other sleeve. Oh my god, just stay in here. I don't know what else to do than to tape it more. Yeah, maybe I will just leave it that way, but it would obstruct my view so much. I just hear the tape just giving up. No, wait. It should be that. Ah, it should be like this. And now another thick line of from with ballpoint pen, and the next one will be blue. And I see it's getting really late, so I think I will just finish this stripe and just call it a day for that stream. And I will probably just finish it off stream tomorrow and post the result. So yeah, thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and yeah, goodbye. See you soon, hopefully, without further tech difficulties and falling self-esteem.